Welcome and let your journey to soul expansion begin. I'm your host, Kristen Kaczynski. This show will take you on a journey of expansion, encouraging you to release the limitations of your mind and lean into the wisdom of your soul. Remembering who you are on a soul level will help you release your conditioning, expectations, limiting beliefs, fears, and worries, and evoke a life expanded by your energetic alignment. Whether you're an entrepreneur who wants to grow your income and impact, or someone who knows in your heart of hearts that you're made for more, this podcast will help you awaken the power that's already inside of you, allowing you to attract an easy flow of money, clients, opportunities, and fulfillment. In each episode, you'll learn something new, expand your consciousness, and you'll walk away with a glimpse of what's truly possible for you. If you're ready to follow your soul's calling and live a more expansive life, you're in the right place. Welcome, and let your journey to soul expansion begin. Welcome back to Soul Expansion. You guys heard me talking about my predictions for 2022 for the coaching industry, and something that I see as being a huge, huge shift that's coming, that's been coming, that has become really important to me as a coach and facilitator and CEO. And I think it's just going to continue to be really important in the marketplace, is creating safety in your coaching containers. So on this episode today, I'm going to be guiding you through some things I personally have integrated into my company to allow my clients to feel really safe. The important thing to know about this is it's not a one and done. It is an ongoing process cultivating safety. It's something I have to continue to learn about, continue to care about, continue to receive feedback on, and continue to integrate and embody on a deeper level as my impact grows. So as you're listening to this episode, there may be some things that you haven't tried before that you want to implement, but don't just do it to check the box, right? If you really want to integrate and embody having safe coaching containers in your company as part of your coaching practice, then go deeper on this work. Really do the work that's required to make this an ongoing value that you continuously integrate and embody in your business. Woo! I am so passionate about this topic. So there's a lot of practices that are perpetuated in our industry, like whoever is making more money is more important, my way or the highway mentorship, toxic mastermind containers, and, blaming the client if they don't get the results. Luckily, thank goodness, the industry is waking up to this, and we're noticing that this is really harmful. It doesn't make us feel good as clients, and it doesn't feel good to coach this way. I used to coach this way, and then I was like, why do I feel so bad about myself? Oh, I realize now I'm, treating my clients with such disrespect, and I'm not treating them as equals to me. I had put myself up on this pedestal, and I was completely unconscious. I was in my trauma, and I had also been taught to market and sell myself that way and to coach that way. But I'm not entirely blameless. I participated in it, right? And I have, dealt with that demon myself. So safety in a coaching container is something that has, pretty much been ignored by the vast majority of the industry. And I think it's something that's going to become increasingly important in 2022. So I wanted to give you some ways to integrate safety into your business so that you can get ahead of this and really be on the right side of the curve before, this becomes like a non-negotiable. For me, I see it as a non-negotiable now. Like, I will not work with someone I don't feel safe with. And I probably will never hire someone that I don't know personally, that I haven't had many conversations with, etc. But I also need to know like how they're creating safety in their containers. And I'm going to give you some examples of things we've done at Team Kristen that have been effective. But I also want to acknowledge, like, I'm in phase 1 of integrating this value, right? Safety is also a value for my business. And I'm, a multiple six-figure business. So I am only scratching the surface when it comes to creating safety in my containers. And I have a lot of work to do, right? So any tips I'm sharing here are the beginning, but the way you really become embodied in this value of safety or in creating safety in your coaching containers is by continually doing this work and exploring ways that you can make your programs even safer and even more empowering and have your clients give you feedback on how you can continue to do better. So it's an ongoing process. The first way that Team Kristen has started to cultivate more safety in our programs is with trauma-informed coaching. So I am the only coach in my business currently, and through 2022, my plan is to be the only coach in my business. And I am highly, highly, highly trauma-informed. I've had over a year of trauma-informed training through various certifications. I've done a lot of my own trauma healing, which is essential in order to be a trauma-informed practitioner. You have to heal your own trauma to be an embodied trauma-informed practitioner. And it's really important to me. So being trauma informed is really powerful for creating safety. The thing is, you don't know what people may have gone through in the past, and you can't assume that someone has or has not had a traumatic experience. And you also cannot know for sure like what may or may not trigger someone. So having basic trauma informed training can empower you to hold safer space for people who are coming from all different backgrounds and all different potentially traumatic experiences. One of my professional goals is to heal my entire generation. And I know that sounds like a big, hairy, audacious goal, but it's true. It's something that I think is my soul's calling. It's why I'm here. It's why I have my business. It's why I do the work that I do. And my first phase of starting to bring this healing to a bigger audience has been with the creation of the Soul Expansion membership. And you guys have heard me talk about it on the podcast. It's been, mentioned since the very beginning of this show. And I am just overwhelmed with joy and excitement as I look at the community and the membership that we've created. We have a private Slack community where our members are super active. They're supporting each other. They're helping each other through mindset blocks and energy blocks. And I pop in there once or twice a week to offer additional support to our members. And we have monthly live healings where everyone gets on the call, and the energy on these calls is just, it's magic. I mean, having this community live on a call every single month is something that lights my soul on fire. I mean, it gives me that taste of what it's going to be like as my company grows and as we expand to help people even beyond business owners, because the Soul Expansion membership is intended for entrepreneurs. So if you don't know what the Soul Expansion membership is, this is a vibrant community where we have a private Slack channel. There's 4 monthly healings, 3 are pre-recorded, 1 is live, and it's always on a business, mindset, or energetic theme. So we've covered topics like receiving, divine feminine energy, launching challenges. Future months, we're going to be covering things like releasing imposter syndrome, releasing comparison, millionaire mindset and energy, feeling deep embodied worthiness, embodying overflow. All of these things that we want to be able to step into, expand into, grow into, so that we can grow our income and impact without having to hustle or burn ourselves out or get into this trap of the wounded masculine. And this program's $111 per month. We kept it as affordable as we possibly could so that we could serve more people with this beautiful mission. And if you'd like to be a part of it, you can get started now at mysoulexpansion.com. Again, it's mysoulexpansion.com. And even though it is so affordable, it is still incredibly high impact. I mean, I've had more than one member tell me that after doing even just one healing in the Soul Expansion membership, they've been able to sign a client. Whereas before they joined, maybe they were getting stuck in traps of scarcity, or they weren't able to receive, or whatever it was. So this is not low quality healing. This is high quality stuff. We just are able to offer it for an affordable price because it is more self-paced and more community driven versus, private coaching. So we hope you'll join us, mysoulexpansion.com, and let's get back to the show. So that's the first way we are cultivating safety. The next way we're cultivating safety is by maintaining grounded energy as a facilitator. Woo! This is powerful, right? So you guys know I talk about energetics a lot. I've talked about energy on this podcast many times before. And having grounded energy is so powerful. Like even just the energy of being grounded is healing for your clients. So becoming more energetically aware and learning how to ground yourself in before you get on a call with a client is one really potent way to create more safety in your containers. Like if you do nothing else, taking the time to ground your system and bring your nervous system to a state of relaxation where you can, listen empathically and hold safe space for your clients, that alone will create a lot more safety for your clients. This takes practice though. It's been a journey for me to find my ground. Some of us naturally are really grounded. Others, depending on what we've been through, don't even know that there is a ground that we can tap into, right? We don't even know that we're on Earth from an energetic standpoint, right? Obviously, our logical mind is like, yes, I'm on Earth. But if your energetic system doesn't know that there's a ground beneath you, then you can't access it. So you may have to train your system to ground. You can Google grounding meditations on YouTube. But it is something that comes over time, right? It's not something that happens instantaneously if it's not natural to you. Another way to create safety is by leveling power dynamics. So I have a core value that I seek to consistently level power dynamics between coach and client and team and CEO, right? It's really important to me that I take myself off a pedestal regularly. Even though my inner child loves to be up there, oh my God, I had to do so much healing on this specific thing. She loves to be up on her pedestal. And so I have to hold myself accountable and consistently seek to level power dynamics so that my inner child doesn't get up on her pedestal and cause a ruckus. And I make light of it, but it's really important and it's often overlooked. There's kind of this culture in the coaching industry of, if you're the coach, then you got to be the authority to your clients. You got to be the leader. You got to be more important, right? But that just doesn't cultivate safety, right? That just causes people to put you on a pedestal. If you put yourself there, that's how people respond to you. They see you as being up on a pedestal and it makes them feel, less worthy than you. And that actually impacts their results, right? So by taking yourself off of a pedestal and by empowering your clients to, see themselves as equal to you and by, actively working to level power dynamics, not only with your clients, but also with your team, if you have a team, it just empowers everyone to do a better job, right? And it actually allows your clients to get better results. It allows your team to feel more safe and secure working for you and to actually enjoy working with you. And it just creates such a beautiful microcosm in your business, right? If you can tap into this energy of like everyone is sovereign, everyone is powerful, I am, just as worthy as everyone else, everyone is just as worthy as me. We are all, divine light and love. If you can tap into that energy in your coaching and in your CEO position, then everyone just does better. It's a healthier community and it creates a lot of safety for people. Another way we've created more safety in the Team Kristen land is by having community guidelines. So we spell out what is appropriate and what is not appropriate in our communities so that we can just set the standard, right? You have to communicate what the standard is. Otherwise, people don't know how to behave or there's some ambiguity. The more clear you can be, like the clearer your communication is, it allows everyone to know what the standard is and to respond accordingly. We've also set up anonymous feedback channels so clients can, provide feedback or share something that maybe was harmful to them anonymously if they choose. And then we can actually receive that feedback and understand what went wrong and then take steps to repair the harm or to change things for the better. So feedback collection is also really powerful when it comes to creating safer spaces. Finally, when it comes to creating safer spaces, it's so important to actively work on your own triggers as a coach, as a facilitator, as a healer. Oh my goodness. I can't tell you how many mentors I have where I wish I could just like shake them and be like, hey, like, you were coaching me from this trauma response, right? And that's not my job. That's not my role. That's not what I'm on earth to do. But I also wish I could go back and shake myself and be like, hey, Kristen, you were in a trauma response. You really, caused harm the way you were coaching these people. And so I know enough to be dangerous that if I don't continue to work with my own triggers, my own traumas, my own toxic patterns, then I cannot be a safe space holder. So it's so important for me to continuously receive my own healing and mentorship and coaching in order to be a clean vessel for my clients, right? It is a non-negotiable for me to continue to go deeper on my own embodiment, because if I stop, then it's too easy for my ego to take over, right? Our egos love to, take over the show and to dismantle all the hard work we've done. So I hold myself accountable by constantly seeking to go deeper on my own embodiment. And that allows me to be a safer space for clients. So again, this was a lot of different things that we have implemented personally to create safer spaces for clients. But this is not the end of the road, right? In order to truly embody safety as a value for my company and for anyone's company, we have to continue to work on this. This can't be something that we check the box on and we move on and we forget all about until 10 years later, right? No, this is something we need to check in on, on a quarterly basis, on a yearly basis. This is something we need to ask our clients about. This is something we need to, continue learning about on our own, right? Like, I can't pretend to know everything that there is to know about creating a safe space, but I can continue to learn about it because it is important to me. And I hope this was a helpful episode for you. So if you like this episode, definitely share it. Any lessons learned, I'd love to know in your stories. Tag me at Kristen Kaczynski on Instagram, tag the podcast or share the podcast, share a screenshot of this episode, share it with your business besties, and let's get this message out there. We don't have to always be in this energy of, trying to scale to the next X amount of money per month, milestone month. We can also slow down and create more quality, higher caliber coaching containers, which is really going to help us stand out in 2022. So that is all for this episode. I will see you in the next one.
Thank you for honoring your soul's calling today and taking the time to listen to this episode of the Soul Expansion Podcast. If you have a question you'd like featured or have a topic idea, I would love to hear from you. Find me on Instagram at Kristen Kaczynski and send me a DM with your request. Remember, you are a truly limitless being. The limits you see now are only an illusion. Whatever it is that you desire, that's already yours. It already exists in the universe here and now. You simply have to awaken to what you already have. And I hope this episode brought you a little closer to that truth. If you love this episode and would like to give from your heart and appreciation, please take a few moments to screenshot it and tag me in your stories on Instagram, or write a brief review on your favorite podcast platform. Your voice truly matters, and your feedback helps to spread abundant expansion to a broader audience. And what a gift that is, right? Just think about how much abundance will come back to you if you help a friend experience their own soul expansion. And with that, I just want to say thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, I'm Kristen Kaczynski, and I love you.